Everyone in this world wants to be happy. To make oneself happy, people are ready to do whatever it takes to become happy. They're ready to even kill whoever standing against their happiness.
A man is dead after a shooting in a Northwest Side neighborhood. It happened around 4 this morning in a neighborhood near 1604 and Kyle Seal Parkway. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says the man's wife is now facing a murder charge.
Everybody wants to be happy. So even few days ago in US, now it is getting really very bizarre. A small boy, about 7 or 8 years old, because the mother told not to play with toy all the time and study, he really took a gun from his father's drawer and killed his own mother. See what is kind of happiness we are actually trying to get. So today's class is searching for happiness. Searching for happiness. We all want to be happy, and we are all searching for the happiness. So if we see that all the things, whatever we do, eventually is the only goal is to be happy. Why is it like this? Because our inherent nature is to be happy. Once upon a time, long ago, no one knows how long ago, there lived a beautiful princess who had a very costly blue sapphire on her necklace. That jewel was her very favorite one. And she did not go anywhere without it. So it gave her so much of happiness. Even when she went to take bath in the nearby lake and play with her friends, she used to take this jewel with her. And when taking her bath, she used to wrap the jewel in her cloth and keep it under the tree, and then he took the bath. Once there was a crow watching it and took it and flew away. When the princess came to know that it was taken away by a crow, she was shouting at the crow, but the crow flew so fast and vanished. The princess was very, very sad and cried all the way to her palace. And she told her father and mother, the king and the queen. They were upset and wanted the princess to be happy. So the king put order to all the citizens in his kingdom to search and get the jewel back for a very good reward. People were so excited to hear this opportunity to get rewarded. So they all were hearing this opportunity to get good reward. They all started to search everywhere and to get the big reward. One man found a place where he could see that jewel under a swamp pond. So excited to see that showing in the pond, he dived deep in the dirty swamp water. But even after diving so deep, he could not reach it. He tried and tried for many days, even with special equipments. But whatever deepness he dived into, he could not get the jewel. The news eventually reached out and more people also joined. The king, the queen, and the princess also came to know. Many people were jumping and diving deep to get that sparkling jewel, but no one could get it. The only thing they got was the itching on their skins due to the foul, dirty water. Every time they dipped in, only more and more itching they got. Nobody could get the jewel. Seeing the fun, big crowd was gathering to see how the jewel was going to be taken out. That time, Narada Muni, who is always traveling to different worlds, came through that place. When he was passing through that place, he saw a big crowd of people who are all jumping into the filthy lake again and again. So, curious to find out what was special there, he came down in a human form from the sky and looked at the spectacular event with so many people. He asked, "Is it a holy place? Where is the deity?" Then the people explained what was actually going on there. And Narada Muni soon found out what was really happening. He called the king, the queen, and the princess, and all the man and woman, and he told all of them, "You are all fools. You are not looking at the place where the jewel is actually sitting." Everyone wondered about what Narada Muni was saying. And Narada Muni then asked everyone to look up high on the tree. They all looked up and saw the beautiful jewel shining there on the tree, hanging from the nest of a crow. He told, "You fools, it does not matter how many years you would jump into this dirty pond to get the jewel. You cannot get the real jewel from its reflection. You will get only itching. The real happiness is only in the spiritual world." Every saint and acharya is saying the same thing. Then what do we have in this material world? In the material world, we see only the perverted reflection of the happiness from the spiritual world. It is not real. Reflection of the spiritual world. That is what reflecting here in this world. It does not matter so how many births we are coming and diving and how deep we dive in this world, repeated birth after trying to seek the happiness, we can never get the real happiness because the real happiness is not here. Our search for happiness is natural because as our soul, we are always looking for happiness. But the place we are looking for is not natural. So while the constitutional position of the spirit soul is to be eternally joyful, we are searching for the happiness in the wrong place. Instead of looking down here, we should look up where it is. It is the abode of Lord Sri Krishna. So many sadhus like Narada Muni are all coming to tell the same thing. But we never listen to them. Birth after birth, we are diving in this world searching for the happiness. But only the intelligent people will understand and realize the truth. And how to realize the real happiness? Can we find out ourselves? Lord Krishna says that we need to ask for help. He says in Bhagavad Gita, you approach and surrender and hear from a guru who has connection to the spiritual world, where the happiness is actually. And he will teach you the knowledge by which you can understand about me and my abode. I am Satchidananda and my abode is also Satchidananda. So Lord Krishna also says that only when we surrender him 100%, 100% love him, and then we can actually realize the truth. He says that we must give our full heart to him. Otherwise, we cannot get Krishna, because Krishna is not like other gods. You give little of your heart to your God, to the God, and then the rest of the thing you really have in money making and this making, merry making, parties and these. If you have that kind of attitude, Krishna cannot be achieved. Krishna wants either your whole heart or none at all. So this is the speciality of the Supreme Bhagavan Sri Krishna, who is the topmost, above all the spiritual worlds. So we must give our full heart to him. Otherwise we cannot get Krishna. So only when we are 100% out of this material conception and thus 100% in spiritual realization, we can know about this real happiness. Suppose we want 100% happiness. That means we have to love Krishna 100%. So if we love Krishna 20%, then that means we have 80% material desires only. So if you love Krishna 90%, then we have 10% material desires. But Ananya Bhakti is the only one that can give us, sir, real full happiness. So that what is Ananya Bhakti means? Ananya Bhakti means taking Krishna as the one and the only one to love. That is why he says in Bhagavad Gita, because this sloka is very important, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tuam Sarva Papepyo Mokshayishyami Ma Shushaha. He says, abandon all the religions, because those religions are supposed to take them to heavens and this and all. No. Heavens is lower planetary systems. Heaven is not the ultimate thing. I am above all the heavens and all the lokas. I am way high. So this is the place. So those religions which are all going, they're promising you to go to heaven, throw them out. They are cheating religions. That is not the eternal happiness. You will get happiness for some time, but again you have to come back. So heavens are not permanent. But whereas my abode is permanent. So he says, abandon all the religions and worship me with complete faith. I will deliver you from all your sins and sinful reactions. Do not fear. So this is the highest abode that he is talking about. So during the Navatvi Parikrama series that we really covered, we also visited the ashrama or Bhajan Kutir of Sri Shyamananda Pandita. Okay, so many, not everybody may be knowing who is Shyamananda Pandita. He is one of the associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So actually, due to lack of time, I did not cover about that. But now I am going to bring it here. This is the friend of that place, that ashram that we visited, and of course we were there, and we are so lucky to be there in the parikrama, visiting so many places. So this is inside the temple. There is it's a Bhajan Kutir of Sri Shyamananda Pandit, and it is inside the temple. And who is this Shyamananda Pandit? He was actually the disciple of Sri Hridayananda. Who is Hridayananda? Disciple of Gauridas Pandita. Who is Gauridas Pandita? He was associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was living in Ambika Kalna. You may remember now that we really covered about that. So Gauridas Pandita was actually Subala Saka, the Gopa of Lord Krishna in the Braja Leela. But anyway, so he appeared as Gauridas Pandit, and who has a disciple called Hridayanand, and the Hridayanand disciple was Shyamananda Pandit. So he was, this is the place where you really see on the picture. This is his place where he was actually having the Bhajan Kutir. You are seeing the same Bhajan Kutir, where now they really made a so small little nice building. So now once, when Shyamananda Pandita was meditating and chanting Harinam, a marriage procession was going on. So seeing the marriage party, this Pandita loudly said, "See this pitiable man, looking for happiness and enjoyment. He has tied a black snake on his neck." That is his wife. He just married. His wife will literally kill him. What happiness he is going to have in this world? But he was talking about this a little louder. So he was basically saying the same thing what Narada Muni is told. And we are trying to look for happiness in this world, which is impossible. And thinking that we will be happy by marrying, we only fall deep into the samsara. So we are trying to dive again to really see this jewel of happiness, but we cannot get it. We get only itching. Itching and itching and itching. That is called nerve trickling. That is what the happiness, what we are calling. So similar to the itching pond, those people were diving into this world is, and all the samsara, everything is the itching only. So then the married. So what happens usually? A married man gets a child. Now the happiness with the wife fades away, and he is trying to enjoy through the children. And then he gets old and now looking for enjoyment through the grandchildren. But what Lord Krishna and the scriptures are saying is all these so-called enjoyments are not real. First of all, you do not have any relation other than me. That's what Krishna is saying. So enjoyment, you can never get it. It is like again the same thing, diving into the dirty pond, trying to really get the jewel. That jewel is not there. So you are only in the Maya trying to enjoy. But you will never get real happiness. Why? Because real happiness is only in the spiritual world. It does not matter how many years you live or how many births you take in any material worlds, including heavens and this heaven, that heaven, Brahmaloka, these lokas, all are temporary and unreal. They are all perverted reflection of the reality. So a real intelligent person will realize this and turn the face upwards. Not looking downwards, look upwards, up to the abode of Krishna. So anyway, so he said, wow, look at this man. He got trapped into a situation where now he voluntarily took a snake and then put it on this thing. And that man is actually getting married. Just heard this. And due to the power of the words from Sri Shyamananda Pandit, because he is a sadhu, his soul got awakened. And what happened? He immediately asked to stop the palanquin. He said, I am not marrying. Please send this girl back to her father and mother. And the girl started crying. But the man had decided what he should do. He straight away walked and came to this Sri Shyamananda Pandita and fell at his lotus feet and took initiation. And actually, as a long story, he lived at the same place that I showed, that we visited, and served his guru for the rest of his life. And his name became, that man who really took initiation became Ramachandra Kaviraja. So this Ramachandra Kaviraja was one of the 8 Kavirajas. Kavi means poet. He became a poet. Very famous poet. As a disciple of this Pandita. So Ramachandra Kaviraj actually wrote 3 wonderful scriptures. Smarana Darpana, Smarana Chamatkara, and Siddhanta Chandrika, 3 wonderful scriptures that he wrote. He preached widely and initiated many disciples. And Narottam Das Thakur and Ramachandra Kaviraj, they were best friends. So now you know the story. Anyway, back to our topic. Anyway, so this Ramachandra Kaviraja also, he had a brother called Durgada. This Durgada was actually, the name was given after Durga Devi. So he was a very staunch devotee of Durga Devi. So he was worshipping Durga Devi, Kali, in the form of Kali, but he had a big terminal ill. So he could not do anything. And Ramachandra Kaviraja asked him to worship Lord Govinda, Lord Krishna instead. And eventually within days, his illness magically went away because of the blessing of these saints. He took his brother Ramachandra Kaviraja as guru. So he took his own brother as his guru, and he got the name Govinda Dasa. So this Govinda Dasa is writing something about this happiness, the searching for the happiness, and that is what is going to be our main theme for today. What is this? He is telling it is all in the mind. So the mind is the biggest cheater for us. So because of our mind, we are in this delusion, thinking that the happiness is in this world. But actually it is not. So how to really get the real happiness is? How? To develop devotion to Krishna and re-establish the relation that is actually eternal relation with the Lord, Supreme Lord, and automatically you get happiness. But our mind is not accepting that. Our mind is not accepting to really worship Lord Govinda. That is why he says, Bhajahu re mana. Oh mind, oh mind. See, he's saying, oh mind, you are doing foolish things. You are actually dragging me here and there. And finally, because of you, I am really getting into all kinds of troubles only. Oh mind, listen to me. You have to worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda Maharaj, who makes one fearless. Having obtained this rare human birth, we should cross over this ocean of worldly existence, the samsara, being born again, born and dead and born and dead and born and dead. This is going on forever. In between, we may be going to heaven, hell. But the problem is, we are not going to get happiness for that we are talking about. That is why he is singing. That same person. And he is, the Govinda Dasa is singing. Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare Durlabha Manava Janam Satsange Durlabha Manava Janam Satsange Taroho ye Baba Sindure Taroho ye Baba Sindure Bhajahu re manam Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Oh mind, worship the son of Nanda Maharaj. Abhaya Charana, his lotus feet can rescue you. You don't have to worry about coming back again and again, trying to enjoy this alpa happiness. This is not a happiness, it's only nerve tickling. Oh mind, you see, don't be foolish. And this is basically the mind has to be trained. So also he writes, what is he saying? Look at our life. How is our life? So many problems. I know about Nigeria. Nigeria is only problems only. Because I even used to say, used to tell the friends there in Nigeria, you say, how do you spell Nigeria? Oh, they said, yes, Nigeria. No. That is not the spelling of Nigeria. The real spelling of Nigeria is Hell. So that is the real spelling of Nigeria. Because it is hell. Government is hell. The people are really, going because they are stuck with this kind of government. So only problems are there. So we look at here now. And even, look at this whole world. Hurricane is happening, something here, something breaks there, and then something here, and then, so many things are happening there. But hot, cold, this is what our life is here. So, but we came to really get happiness. Are we getting it? Really, what is happening? Sita Atapa Vatavarishana. See, Sita Atapa means you have cold and hot. This is what the thing is, and every day. Yeah. Sita Atapa Vatavarishana Yedina Yamini Jagire. Sita Atapa Vatavarishana Yedina Yamini Jagire. Vipale se vinu Krupana Durajana. Vipale se vinu Krupana Durajana. Chapala Sukalava Lagire. Chapala Sukalava Lagire. Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Both day and night I remain sleepless. Because nowadays, who are the people that they cannot sleep? The big guys, CEOs, CFOs, and CTOs, and all these big managers and directors, and these guys cannot sleep. Because without the sleeping bill, they cannot sleep. This is the thing. They are thinking that enjoying the fame and money, but actually they are suffering. And so in addition to this, the day and night they remain sleepless and suffering the pains of heat and cold, the wind and rain for a fraction of just flickering happiness. I am uselessly serving wicked and miserly people called boss. So-called boss. And I am slave to my senses. My senses are dragging me here and there. Actually, I am in a dangerous position. Like mad elephants, so many dangers are about to come. I am hanging on a branch to save my life. See, one guy who was actually, just going into the forest, and all of a sudden, elephant really started chasing to kill him. And he was running and running and running, and finally he got a tree. So he really climbed on the tree. And then he felt, yes, now I am saved. But the elephant did not go away. It was just determined to really kill him. That is the death waiting for us. Just because we are here safely in North Carolina or safely in wherever, Virginia, wherever, that doesn't mean that we are not going to die. The elephant, the death is definitely actually waiting for us. It can wait for as long as it can wait. So now what I do? I am now hanging on a branch. I got into a branch there and holding myself. Feeling that I am happy, but you are not happy. You are in the middle of so many problems. So many problems. What kind of problems? And that man is trying to look down. What does he see? He sees all the snakes. The poisonous snakes are waiting to kill him. So that means he has to hold on. He has to hold on tight to that branch. Then he feels, all right, now at least I have really got this branch that I am holding. I am safe, he is thinking. But then he looks at that same branch he is holding on. There are two rats slowly chewing the root of that branch. What are those two rats? One is a white rat, other one is a black rat. The white rat is the day, and the black rat is the night. So the day and night are chewing your life. So that means if I am celebrating my 40th birthday, I am 40 years gone, 40 years chewed away. Only another few more years left to be chewed. So it is definitely going to happen. When that time comes, all the things are chewed, then finished. You have to fall down. Or even if you decide to really get out, the elephant is ready to there. So death is there, inevitable. And now look at here now. But this guy is foolish. He thinks that he is happy. And he's looking at up there, and there was a beehive hanging nicely there. Beehive, wow. And now, because now there is something else also he is seeing. Because he jerked that branch. That beehive also got shaken. And now the bees are coming out. And then all the bees are now just what? He's suddenly hit, biting. And it's all, he's getting stung with the bees. Bees are, just getting stung. But still, he's saying, yes, I am safe, I will be okay, it will be okay. But then the mysterious things coming. Right from the beehive, there is the drops of honey are really just dripping, one drop at a time, just dripping. And this foolish guy, who is in the middle of about to be completely collapsed, and he is now looking at, and the honey dip, this is just dropping in front of him, almost touching his nose, but the thing is, it doesn't go into the mouth, so he puts the tongue Like that he puts, and now it is just a drop of the honey just hits there, and he feels that I am now happy. I am really, really happy. But what is the situation? This is our situation. So, if he abandons his grip, he will fall down and it will be killed by the snakes. And if he goes back, the elephant is going to kill. And if I continue holding that branch, soon the rats are going to chew everything out. Not now. Paramatma is living in our heart. That Paramatma is constantly reminding you, you are nearing death. You are nearing death, but he is sleeping because he is not awakening. But we are desperate for this little bit of honey. This honey, the drop of honey is what? These are the type of happiness that we think that it is coming from this world. Forgetting the dangerous situation, we may die anytime. Tomorrow, what is the guarantee that we are going to be awake, to be living tomorrow? There is no guarantee. There is no guarantee. So, oh mind, our life is like a drop of water on a lotus leaf. And when it rains, the drop of water just falls on these leaves. And take a drop which just fallen on the lotus leaf. And the wind is breezing. And what are we trying to do? What excellent situation that is. This water can go anytime. Because it is moving. Because of the wind, it is moving. Now, our life is like this. And what kind of assurance of real happiness is there in one's own wealth? Or youthfulness? Or children? Or family members? The life is tottering like a drop of water on a lotus leaf. Yedana yauvana putra parijana ite ki aache par tire. Yedana yauvana putra parijana ite ki aache par tire. Kamala dala jala jivana kalamala. Kamala dala jala jivana kalamala. Bajahu Haripada nitire. Bajahu Haripada nitire. Bajahu re mana Srinandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Abhaya Charanara Vindare. So what is this our youth is going to be? Our beauty and our all degrees and all our famous. Number one here, I got awarded here, I am the recognized this, everything. What is it going to matter? Your youth, your children, your family members, what does it matter? Nothing. Because your life is like this. Look at it. Kamala dala jala. Kamala dala jala jivana talamala. We are like a tottering water droplet on the lotus leaf, which is just shaking because of the wind, and anytime this drop can totter. So, we have to take shelter at the lotus feet of Hari, that is Krishna. So this Govinda Dasa, now you know the story behind the Govinda Dasa. He says, oh my horrible mind, you do not have Vairagya. You are taking things very easily. This is not good. Because of you, I am really always, you are pushing me into ditch. So this is very bad. So this Govinda Dasa is really longing to engage in devotional life, devotional service through Guru and Krishna, and through Guru to Krishna. So this devotional life is what I want to do. Oh mind. But every day you are coming with so many reasons not to listen to this, listen to Harikatha. See, the mind will trick you. Something, it always finds some excuse or something. He says, no, you don't do it today. Okay, no, you can do it tomorrow. You don't have to chant today. You will do the chanting, everything for tomorrow. Because in the beginning, even if somebody really, just coming, in the beginning, they will be so interested. Kanistadikaris are so interested. They say, yes, I am going to chant 64 rounds. And then finally, after some time, what happens? Okay, today I will chant only 32. And then remaining 32, I will do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, again tomorrow is also same thing, 32 or even 16. I say, okay, and then another 32 or remaining I will chant the next day. And next day, finally, you are actually depositing all these debts. And finally, at the end of a month, oh my God, I owe to chant, someday 5,224 rounds I have to do. So this is what is happening. So in the beginning, we just jump up and down. But there is no steadiness. So for steadiness, a guru has to be there. A guru has to teach us how exactly we have to be to develop strength and then devotionally engage so that we can actually do this, live in the devotional life. So what are those angas? There are 9 angas of devotional life. Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana Padasevana Dasyare Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana Padasevana Dasyare Pujana Sakijana Atmanivedana Pujana Sakijana Atmanivedana Govinda Dasa Vilashare Govinda Dasare Adita Govinda Dasa Vilashare Bajahure Manam Srinandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. So we have to chant. Look at least we have our hands and feet. Huh? Look at how many people who don't have good sight, how many people who cannot hear properly, how many people who don't have the hands or feet, but we are so gifted. So this is the Bhajahure Mana. The real happiness is only in the spiritual world. So that is basically the goal of the core of today's class. In the spiritual world, a jiva gets immense happiness. That is the real and ever increasing happiness. Because in this world, what happens? Because we buy a new car, all right, that day we are very happy. But look at the same car, after 5 years, you don't like it. That car. Because in the beginning, you were probably washing the car every other day. Now, no car wash. Because this is called law of diminishing return. In economics, that is what law of diminishing return. This world is like that. It starts with high and then eventually everything all diminishes. But in the spiritual world, it is opposite. How is that? In the spiritual world, it is ever increasing happiness. This is something very difficult for us to understand. So the jewel, the real jewel that gives everlasting happiness is there only in that spiritual world. In this world, the happiness is perverted reflection. There it is prema, and that gets reflected as here lust. There is big difference, like a mountain to dust. That means the difference is there between prema and lust. Or you can compare that to the gold and a rotten iron. So here we have lust. And Vairagya is there to really dedicatedly serve with so much of interest. But here it comes as anger. And there the lobha means greediness. Greediness means I have to serve all the time, my Lord, because the jivas, actually the intrinsic nature is to be a servant of the Lord only. But here comes as greed. We are going all the way stock market and these and everything, trying to get some money and something, because we are trying to bet on those speculation. So the speculation, something comes, then greedy comes, then you lose the money again. So this is the nature of this world. But we are trying to get happiness in this world, and we get only itching. Birth after birth. We are coming to material worlds, trying to be happy, but every time we only get itching and feel more and more miserable. So this material world is not what that belongs to us. No. Unfortunately, we are coming again and again and again. See the thing now that from the story that we are looking at only the here. That is not the way to look. Look up there. We can never become happy even after trillions of births in 8.4 million kinds of species. We get only more and more itchy and miserable. Of these 8.4 million kinds of species, human life is very, very extremely rare. You just go out and dig the earth. How many worms are there? How many are there? But how many humans are there? Very little. So what is the purpose of human life then? Mam upetya punarjanma dukkalayam asasvatam napnuvandi mahatmanaha samsittim paramam gata. So our goal should be to reach that abode. See, he's saying, Lord Krishna is saying, if you come to my abode, you will never get back into any more misery. You will not go back to this material world which are only dukkhalaya. Dukkha means sufferings. Alaya means place or temple, or alaya means place of suffering only. There are three kinds of sufferings that will come because of our body and mind. One kind of suffering, Adhyatmika. Then Adibhautika, suffering because of the government, because of the others, other neighbors, this everything, terrorists, that is the one. And then also the gods, they are all famine, flood and earthquake, they're all. So only suffering is there. So the goal of human life is to awaken our original pure love for Krishna. We, the soul, exist only to have intimate, loving relationship with Him because we came from Him. But we lost because of our desire to enjoy this material world, and we are stuck here. In fact, we do not have anything to do with this world at all. That is why He is saying, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam braja aham tuam sarva papepyo moksha ishyami ma chusaha. He is saying, throw out everything and come to me. And how? Manmana bhava mat bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam ye vaisyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Oh, he's telling Arjuna, of course for us. You always think about me. You always, you just worship me. That's why Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, all those. So you do devotional life. Yeah, you just to worship me with devotion and bhakti. And He will come to me. And it's guaranteed. He's saying, yes, I am promising you. See, I promise you. Prati jane me priyos, because you are, see, mam eva satyam te. Satyam means promise. I am giving promise. If you give love to me, I am promising you that I will take care of you. No more suffering. All the suffering will end. But how will you really love? There are so many ways that you can love me. How can you love? You want to love me as in the mood of reverence, like Lord Narayana or Lord Vishnu or Balaji. Yes, if you want to worship me at a distance, because that means, the reverent means you are actually giving so much of opulent worship. That means you are keeping a distance, but like a father. You are my father. That is why many religions are really talking like this only. But that is not intimate relation either. Intimate relation is there. There are 5 kinds of relation one can have. One is called Sanda, Sanda Bhava. Shanda means neutral. God has everything. Yes, He will protect me. Bhakta Prahalad is a Shanda Bhakta. But he always believed in Lord who will actually come. So Lord Narayana, whatever. So this way you can actually keep a distance. Like a father, he will take care. So he will go to his place called Vaikuntha. This Bhakta Prahalad is Shanda Bhakta. So Lord Krishna so he is worshipping Lord Krishna in the mood of Shanta Bhava. Just very, very. Shanta means neutral too. There is nothing, no affection is not really high. Affection is, you have attachment to the Lord. So as a protector, he will protect you. Like Prahlad Maharaj, what happened? Lord Narasimhadev appeared to really protect him, to really kill, and then he killed Hiranyakashipu. So also you can serve the Lord in Dasya Bhava. Dasya Bhava means as a servant. So this is going a little more closer. The typical example is Hanuman. Hanuman is a permanent servant. So Hanuman, where is he? He is actually serving the Lord in his Dasya Bhava to Lord Ram in a place called Saket, which is actually higher than Vaikuntha. And then even going closer to that, closer to Lord, is enjoying with Lord Krishna in Sakya Bhava. Sakya means like friends, mutual friends, equal friends. Because like Gopas, and for example, here the 5,000 years ago, when he came down, he brought so many Gopas. All the associates came from his abode actually. They were all born here and they really came and enacted so many wonderful pastimes for us to understand and have that kind of relation with Krishna. So Gopas, they have Sakya Bhava. And Arjuna, for example, yes, Sakya Bhava. And there are several of them, many of them. Now also the even higher than is Vatsalya Bhava. So Vatsalya Bhava is where Yashoda or Devaki, in fact Yashoda more. Yashoda is the pinnacle of Vatsalya Bhava. For her, the one and only thing, because he loved Krishna way more than his own soul. So this was she has a very, very high position in this kind of Vatsalya Bhava. Yashoda is very high. And now, even higher than is Madhurya Bhava. Loving Krishna in Madhurya Bhava means Dwaraka queens, like marrying Krishna. Or like gopis in Vrindavan, they are even more intimate to Krishna. And this is basically our Sampradaya, our Varga that we are in. We are actually positioning ourselves as a servant to those gopis or who are serving Radha Krishna. So this is called Manjari Bhava. Now, summary, in this world, we are unnecessarily trying to enjoy, which is not possible. So the searching for happiness, we are searching in a wrong place. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came 500 years ago to really wake us. We are actually we are right now trapped in the hands of Mahamaya, Durga Devi. And we are diving into this material world owned by her again and again. But only thing we get is itching. Lord Krishna is calling us to really go back to Him. Only in His abode we can be permanently happy. And He Himself came as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, calling us all back to the abode of Krishna. Jiva Jago, oh Jivas, you are sleeping lap of Maya Devi. When are you going to get up? When are you going to awaken? That's why he is saying Jiva Jago means, oh Jivas, get up, awake. So he is saying like this, Lord Gauranga is calling, wake up, sleeping souls, wake up, sleeping souls. How long will you sleep in the lap of the witch called Maya? You have forgotten the way of devotional service and are lost in the world of birth and death. I have descended just to save you. Other than myself, you have no friend in this world. I have bought the medicine that will wipe out the disease of illusion that you have, that this world is full of happiness. I have the medicine for that illusion. Because of that you are suffering, and I have the medicine for that. Come and chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is why he came. By chanting this Maha Mantra, that is a medicine. That medicine will really kill, spoil our, completely take our wipe out our illusion. And our heart will open 100% loving to Radha, Krishna's lotus feet. So we all go back. So that bhajan is this is by Bhakti Vinod Thakur.
Jeev jago, jeev jago, Gaudiya chanda bole. Jeev jago, jeev jago, Gaudiya chanda bole. Kodani dano maya, isa jeev kole. Kodani dano maya,
So that completes today's Harikatha. And Vanja Kalpa Tarupchecha, Kripa Sindhu Pevacha, Paritanam Pavanepyo, Vaishnavepyo, Namo Namaha.